Hey froggy friends, Kirostyle here, welcome back to Paranormasight, the Mermaid's Curse. Thank you so much for joining me here on stream. Welcome in, Aru, congratulations on being first. Kieran, hello, hello. Sai, welcome in. Ash, thanks for stopping by. Kiza, hello, hello. Angora, welcome to the stream. And Ash, thank you so much for the sub. Thank you so much for 16 months of support in a row. I really appreciate it. And Huangxi, welcome in. Hope you guys are all doing well today. We are going to be finishing this game today. So we've kind of reached almost the final confrontation. We figured out who the big bad was. We have mostly everything set up. All that's left is we need a plan. Or so that's what the game says here. So let's get going. We need a plan. After discovering the corpse of Shinobu Wakamura, Yuza and Azami realize the threat of the curse still remains. They meet up with Sato and Tsukasa and gather at a place of their childhood days to discuss what to do next. What? You can't be serious! Old man Wakamura was murdered. It seems that way. I called the police to look into it. It probably has something to do with the slashing curse. That means whoever's causing the curse is on the island at this very moment. Oh my god, that's terrifying. Wait, did they just ditch Shotaro and Yumiko and everyone else? I thought they already found the curse stone that was causing this to happen. But it looks like we're not out of danger yet. This is too much. So the curse is still hanging around. How does that even happen? The Kantakisho at night. There's no sound other than the wind in the trees and the distant tide. But an anxious feeling grips my chest at the thought of what might lurk behind this stillness. After finding Mr. Wakamura's mangled corpse. Poor Shotaro. We called Shotaro straight away and asked him to inform Mrs. Shiki of the situation. Alright, Yuza and them weren't with Yumiko and Arnav. With the crime scene under investigation, we made our way out here to find Tsukasa and Sato. I had a feeling the killer's real target must be Sato. I need to find her before the culprit did. Oh, so in this timeline she hasn't found out who Tomoshige was yet. Oh, or maybe this happens before that. Maybe they make a plan before that happens. Because in the other timeline, or at the end of the previous stream, we refused Tomoshige's demands, and then the chapter just kind of ended. So maybe this happens before that, so we have a plan already. Because they're already at the ruins, right? We managed to gather everyone together, but I knew we wouldn't be able to relax until the killer was found. The question is, what do we do now? Will hiding here keep everyone safe? Ordinarily bright and cheerful, she says nothing as the darkness clouds her features. Even she can't hide her concerns now that the situation has become so dire. I thought I could avoid oh. Natural talent. Oh. I thought I could avoid speaking to her, but I don't know if I could hold back anymore. She hasn't seen the corpse for herself, so the reality of the situation still hasn't sunk in. I told her before that everything was going to be okay, so it's no wonder she's still shocked by the news. I'm sure he's thinking about what to do next, about how to help everyone on the island. Azami always worries about everyone else before he worries about himself. He really is a good guy. Hey, Wasabi, welcome in. Hey Yuza, I got a question. What's up? Isn't the slashing curse the thing Kikuko tried to use? But if she was arrested, right? You don't think she's trying again, do you? Well, I think it's a possibility, yes. But we should probably avoid mentioning her to the others unless we could prove she's involved. You're right, we don't want to scare them any more than we already have. Hey, what are you two whispering about over there? Just some rumors. We don't want to spread stuff we don't actually know is true. Oh, well, now I'm even more curious. Do you really think it'd be someone else committing murders this time? I think it's most likely someone new. But what's this slashing curse business all about, Yuza? Oh, well, to be completely honest, someone planned to use that curse to commit a massacre today. What the hell? Who would do that? Don't worry, the culprit was caught this afternoon. The curse was targeting the symbol on the back of the Kameshi Maru hand mirrors. Oh, I know the ones you're talking about. Yeah, so anyone with one of those mirrors would have been a potential target. Seriously? That's so scary. Oh, that's why Azami took everyone's hand mirrors this afternoon. Just doing my part. But the police apparently found the curse stone that was used to release the curse. Things probably would have been fine even if I hadn't collected all the mirrors. It can't have been easy though, thanks for doing that, Azami. Even if the police found some rock, a bunch of people were saved because of you. Well, when you put it like that, I feel like I really helped out. Just because there are no mirrors left doesn't mean we're free and clear, right? Yeah, I somehow doubt Mr. Wakamura had one of those hand mirrors. That means there may be other items with the symbol on them. How am I ever supposed to relax ever again? You think the police will find the culprit while we're still hiding in here? So, remember during the original timeline when Kikako said that she could kill Tsukasa at any time? That means that she has something on her with that symbol. I hope so. They're probably searching for him as we speak. Oh, you started watching my Paranormasight 1 playthrough on YouTube, and you see what I mean when I say I prefer the pacing of the first game. Yeah, like, I think it's definitely a different flavor. I could see maybe some people preferring this game, but I think on a whole, I'm gonna guess that most people will still prefer the first game, but... not that I'm not enjoying myself, but it is different. Are you talking to me? What? Actually, maybe you should be... There's a chance the culprit's after you after all, so stay alert. Now I'm even more scared. Wait, really? Why would they be after Sato? Well, it just seems to me like it would be the case. Huh? Yuza, do you know something we don't? Well, yeah, I can't keep anything hidden from you, so I might as well come out and say it. The truth is, Sato Shiranami here ate mermaid flesh a long time ago, and is now an immortal girl. Everyone here is like, yeah, we already knew that, except for Azami. Well, that's not how I imagined bringing this up. Wait, what? Seriously? How'd you already know that, Yuza? Was that part of the Tomokazuki vision too? Yeah, something like that. Hold up, wait, I'm not following any of this. You had a Tomokazuki vision? What does that even mean? Yeah, this is a lot to take in. I guess now's a good time to explain everything. What? You ran into a Tomokazuki while you're diving, and it showed you a vision of a different future? What? Sato ate mermaid flesh and became immortal hundreds of years ago? Yeah, the whole thing's pretty bizarre. Funny world we live in, huh? After this, I don't think I could deny any supernatural mystery or occult conspiracy theory ever again. You're really taking this well, Yuza. This is the wildest thing I've heard all day. And Sato, I thought you always were a little different, but I didn't realize you were straight out of the history books. Yeah, sorry about deceiving you. No, seriously, I had no idea. You fit into the modern era so effortlessly. Well, I watched a lot of TV to learn how to fit in. I love TV. Oh, I get it now. The Tomokazuki's also why you knew about the hand mirrors, right? Exactly. That's why I secretly enlisted in Azami's help. I have to thank you again for that, Azami. None of this would have worked out if you hadn't trusted me. I was pretty unconvinced at first, but you were so uncharacteristically serious I didn't have a choice. Yeah, I really learned an important lesson. The more you joke around, the less likely people are to believe you when you need them to. You wouldn't be you if you weren't messing around. I don't think you need to change a thing. I mean, I may have learned a lesson, but that doesn't mean I was planning on changing. Ha, that's the spirit. Never change, man. Anyway, on a more serious note. Sato's probably being targeted because she's immortal, right? That's totally gotta be it. There's also that thing we found out earlier. Old man Wakamura is close to some rich guy called Unkaku Dono. He said he'd break the curse of the raging waves, but only if Wakamura handed over Sato. That's right, Mr. Wakamura said it was to protect the islanders. Seriously? I can't believe I didn't notice all this happening. Wait, didn't Yuza already break the curse of the raging waves? So there's no need to give Sato to anyone, right? That's true, but things might be worse now. That rich guy might resort to more drastic measures. Oh, that's a good point. Hey, Double Zeta, welcome in. Okay, I think I got a better grasp on what's going on. If Sato really is being targeted, we have to do whatever we can to protect her. I agree. We should probably stay up here for a while so no one finds us. I really appreciate everything you guys are doing, but this would be over if I just gave myself up. Not a chance. I'm not gonna let you do anything like that. You have no idea what they're gonna do to you. She's right. We won't let anything happen to you, Sato. Huh? What's that? I think someone's outside. It's bad. Someone's coming. Really? Sato, hide, quick! No, wait. I think I know him. Ah, so this is where you've been hiding. You really gave us a fright. You're Mrs. Shiki's assistant, right? Yes, my name is Sodo Kiryu. Are you alright, Miss Shiranami? Yes. A man who wishes to harm Miss Shiranami is heading this way. We have very little time. Wait, what? They really are after Sato? It is likely the same person who murdered Mr. Wakamura. We must be prepared to defend ourselves. Okay. Is there anything we could do? The appearance of a competent ally eased the tension in the room. However, a very real threat is now making its way towards us. When I first met him, he seemed like a pretty level-headed man, if a little scary. But it's definitely nice to have a psychic around when you're being targeted by a deadly curse. As soon as he heard someone was coming, he moved right to the front of the room. He might be the strongest one here, but I hope he doesn't do anything reckless. Aw, Zami. Hold on a second, Mr. Kiryu. How'd you find out where we were before the murder did? Referring to a map, I realized that the path he was taking led only one direction. He was either intending to arrive at the lighthouse or these ruins, so I took a shortcut through the mountains to get ahead of him. There was no one in the lighthouse, so I came here next. Wait, you somehow got ahead of him even though you weren't on a path? In the dark? Those geta you're wearing can't be easy to hike in either, not to mention the fact you went all the way to the lighthouse before coming here. As I once trained as an itinerant Buddhist monk, I need only the stars to guide my feet. That's amazing! Even we have to be careful at night, and we know these trails pretty well. Hey CB, welcome in. Thanks for calling Kirby. I guess psychics have inhuman physical strength too, huh? Well, I tend to push through difficulties with sheer force of will. That may make me somewhat unique. However, enhancing one's spirit sense does also sharpen the 5 normal senses, making it easier to move about. So that's how you got here so fast. Now that an expert in the occult has arrived, she seems a bit calmer. I could really use her brains right now, but I don't want to put too much on her. If the murder's coming for us, shouldn't we hurry up and get out of here? It might be a good idea to exchange all the information we have so we can be as prepared as possible. Yeah, good point. If we want to protect ourselves, I guess we need to think up a plan sooner than later. I shouldn't stare too much. I might get in trouble again. Huh? What? No, it's nothing. But you don't have to jump like that when I talk to you. The man heading this way is one Kipe Ikoma. He has come from the mainland. According to Mrs. Shiki, he's an 800-year immortal. What? An immortal? Seriously? Another immortal like Sato? Ah, it would seem you're all aware of Miss Shiranami's condition. It seems like almost everyone knows by this point. I see. But if he's already immortal, what does he want with Sato? That remains unclear. But perhaps Miss Shiranami could shed some light on the issue. Do you know anything about this man, Ikoma? No, nothing. In fact, we thought we were being hunted by someone working for a person named Unkaku Dono. That is correct. Ikoma was indeed one of Unkaku Dono's subordinates. I knew it! Did you say was? You mean he doesn't work for Unkaku Dono anymore? Yes. Unkaku Dono, or rather, Yoshiatsu Yamashina, was found dead in his home earlier today. Oh, now Tsukasa's gonna find out about this. He was apparently murdered by a curse inflicted by Ikoma, in precisely the same manner as Mr. Wakamura was killed. What? Yamashina? Huh? That means he can't be looking for Sato on Unkaku Dono's behalf. Just so. And that makes his motive for seeking Miss Shiranami entirely unclear. Huh? No way. Unkaku Dono was Yamashina. My dad. Tsukasa, what's the matter? He's dead? No, that can't be true. Huh? Is Tsukasa okay? It looks like something's bothering her, but I should let her bring it up on her own terms. Is it possible that this Ikoma person can use curses without a curse stone? That does appear to be the case. And yet, very few people would be capable of wielding a curse powerful enough to inflict mortal wounds without assistance. Is there any chance he stole back his curse stone? No, the curse stone for the curse of Tomoshige is in my possession. In fact, I have it with me now. That bronze mirror is a curse stone. Wait, why can't... Couldn't we just Uno reverse it on him? He's carrying his own business cards on him, I assume, right? So can't we just activate our curse stone on him? I mean, oh, right, I keep forgetting, he's immortal, so I'll just slow him down, not stop him. But I guess if we slow him down enough, that would help. The bronze mirror is a curse stone. Indeed, this is a separate artifact from the Still-Tide mirror. It is interesting, however, that both relics were made of bronze mirrors. That mirror! I'm pretty sure it belonged to Taira no Tomoshige. What? How could you know that? Wait, so if this timeline's the same one as the one that we just had at the end of the last stream, does that mean Sato was only pretending to forget who he was and then remember? And she actually knew? She's really good at acting, if that's the case. As we've already seen before. Oh, well... Huh? Oh, I believe I understand. Yes, it is all clear now. Considering all the information I gathered thus far, there's a distinct possibility that Kibe Ikoma has actually lived for 800 years and is none other than Taira no Tomoshige. Indeed, 800 years is certainly enough time to accumulate the resentment needed to create a curse. But how could anyone have held fast to such enmity for centuries? Ah, yes, of course. As the sole inheritor of the entire clan's resentment, the depths of his malice would be overwhelming. Wait, what? I don't get it. What are you saying? Azami is like the only one out of the loop. I mean, Tsukasa doesn't know this stuff either, but she knows a little bit more than Azami, apparently. There's no time, so I'll give a brief synopsis. We can discuss it at depth at a later date. Okay, let's hear it. How much time do we have before he arrives? All current evidence indicates that the man who is searching for Miss Shiranami, Kibe Ikoma, has been alive for over 800 years. He was known as Taira no Tomoshige during the Heian period, when he likely became an 800-year immortal. And we can assume he gained the ability to wield a curse that launches a slashing attack at a certain symbol via his clan's accumulated resentment. Launches an attack with a certain symbol? So you're saying that symbol is on the mirrors too? That is my current supposition. It would be the same power as that contained within a curse stone. Using that curse power, Ikoma murdered his ally, Unkaku Dono, and then proceeded to kill Mr. Wakamura. Ah! What a monster. Can't you use your powers to stop him or something? It isn't impossible, but I believe it would be unwise to provoke him any further at the moment. Is there something else we should be worried about? I mean, again, he can't hurt us if we don't have the symbol on us, right? Yes, he has the whole island hostage, but that should be enough time for Cersei and Soto to use a binding spell on him and maybe knock him out, make him asleep. But then again, I guess they don't want to take any risks, because we don't know what the extent of his power is, so I get it. Well, it appears he passed out business cards with a curse symbol written on them to a number of the island residents. He encouraged people to keep them in their pockets, so there's no telling how many people are currently carrying one. Seriously? Even if the curse has an activation range, as long as he's on the island, we have to assume that all those people are at risk. I guess, because if they bind him, he might have a chance to activate it before he gets knocked out. That he can kill as many people as he wants, whenever he wants. Holy shit, that's insane! We definitely shouldn't provoke him then. The entire island has been taken hostage. Until we do something to remedy the situation, we cannot move against him. What can we even do? We don't have time to find anyone who has a business card right now. For everyone. Oh, why don't we use the island PA system to tell everyone to throw out the cards? It's possible that Ikoma would hear the broadcast and use the curse before anyone could react. Damn. Yeah, I guess I might push him over the edge. There's just not enough time to do anything else. I might have something. Why don't I meet with Ikoma to buy us some time? If I'm the one he's after, I bet he won't curse anyone while I'm talking with him. No way, that's too dangerous! Don't worry, I'm an immortal girl, so nothing can happen to me. But if I'm lucky, I might be able to get him to reveal his intentions, or even find some way to end all this. Sato, you are a brave girl. Mr. Kiryu, this might be the best way to buy us some more time. I'm afraid we have little choice, but you must avoid inciting his anger at all costs. I understand. Maybe we should have filled in the player that this was our plan before I refused him in the other timeline. Do not reveal that you know his true identity either, and try to keep him talking for as long as possible. Don't worry, I'm very good at feigning ignorance. You can call me Deadpan McPokerface. Nice to meet you, Deadpan. Okay, we'll stay hidden up here for now. Tsukasa's really keeping it together considering what she just learned too. Sato, please be careful. I can be as careful as I can be, trust me. We'll find some way to deal with the curse. Just don't let Ikoma do anything to you. I know. I believe in you guys. Miss Shiranami's waiting for Ikoma downstairs. Oh, like, we're literally just on the roof of where they are. There's no sign of him yet, but it's only a matter of time before he arrives. We need to do something about the business cards while she's keeping him busy. Yes, if I go alone, I should be able to make it back to town fairly quickly. You think we could ask people in town for help? Yes, Ms. Shishiki and the others are coming this way, so I should be able to meet them en route. Okay, then we don't have to go it alone. We could ask them for help if need be. What about the other two foreigners? They're with Mrs. Shiki too, right? I was not aware you knew of them, but yes, they are. The thing is, Yuza hasn't even met them in this timeline. So they don't know him. Huh? You mean those two tourists? What are they doing with her? The girl's a psychic. She may be able to offer assistance. Whoa, really? Huh. Mountains of Kamishima are shrouded in darkness. At this very moment, a man named Ikoma is approaching along this path. I doubt he'll be able to find us up here on the roof, but we still need to do something. This is it. Do or die time. I've been trying not to think about it, but ever since I met the Tomokazuki this afternoon, I keep forgetting this like the same day. I can't help feeling like some all-knowing entity is somehow directing my movements. I guess I'll refer to them as the Tomokazuki for now. Somehow, being led along like this isn't an unpleasant feeling. It actually feels perfectly natural to just go along with it. If anything, the Tomokazuki's choices have helped us miraculously avoid any crises so far. That's why I feel like their knowledge will help us overcome this situation too. But maybe that's just wishful thinking. Still, I'm almost positive that the Tomokazuki can hear what I'm thinking right now. If they're listening, maybe they can give us a sign so we know what to do next. I somehow feel like reassessing what I know about everyone will help me find an answer. The game's like, hint, hint, player. Hint, hint. Hey, Ditsunal, welcome in. I wonder what kind of abilities a professional psychic has. Zami's trying his best to think of a way to stop the curse too. It's nice to know I'm not dealing with all this alone. Just realizing that gives me hope. She's racking her brain to think of a way to deal with the curse. Now that I think about it, Tsukasa reacted oddly to that information earlier. I feel like I might have some idea what's going on with her because of the Tomokazuki's vision. Maybe I could use that somehow. Is there a bird around here? Aha! This is cute. He's holding the bag with his beak. So I'm missing Kikuko's reward. I'm missing a couple on the seabed. I'm missing one on the Saiyan Maru. Actually got quite a few of them. This is Can Do Toucan. Again, I'm not gonna try to get all of them, but I did a pretty good job of getting them without actively really pushing myself for them. Can I make sure I'm on the right page about the curse and its conditions and all that? Sure. Okay, so Ikoba has a curse that uses a certain symbol as a target for a slashing attack, right? And we're in a bad way because he gave a bunch of people business cards with that symbol on it. Yes, he can kill the islanders whenever he wants. Okay, and now we don't have time to collect them all, and if we make an announcement of the cards, Ikoba will hear it and use the curse. So what are we gonna do here? We don't have any time. Yeah, that's the problem. Our only way out of this is a supernatural solution. Sorry, hold on a minute. The gears are all still turning full tilt right now. Well now, use a Minakuchi. It would seem you have a plan. Not really. I mean, why would you ask me? Oh, I merely had a hunch. My intuition's telling me you should look inside yourself for an answer. Huh? Hold on just a minute. Can he tell that the Tomokazuki's working through me? Oh, sorry, can you give me more time to think? I see. I'm certain the solution lies with you, so please give it careful consideration. Am I supposed to just keep thinking? I somehow feel like reassessing what I know about everyone will help me find an answer. Okay, well, I kind of already did that. What if I just tell him I have a plan? I have a plan! No, I got it! I have a plan! Probably. Really? Alright, Yuza. Wow. This is so... He looked so cool and the triumphant music is playing. Wouldn't it suck right now if I actually didn't have a plan? Yuza, before you tell us your idea, allow me to impart a warning. Okay. Whatever you tell us, I'm going to trust your judgment and carry out your plan immediately. As things stand, we simply have no time to weigh the options or consider other avenues. Ugh. Do you understand? You can only choose once, and there's no leeway for unnecessary steps. Uh-oh. Wow, no pressure then. Now lay out the entire plan. Who to ask and what to ask of them. Oh my god. Well, they really gave me no time to think. I like how Suyu's here too. Like, Grandma's great, but she's been not really in the story for a while, and I don't want to put her in danger. And also, Shotaro doesn't have any abilities and has no knowledge about the situation. Poor guy. He's just eye candy. Okay, I'll start with Tsukasa because he said that maybe I should consider what she knows, because she knows she knows about Unkaku Dono. Yuza said that we should do something about that, right? Go diving, make calculations, use inherit. What does that mean? Okay. Can I click on people and see what their options are then? Go diving, fool around, enact purification. Okay, so everyone actually has like things they can do. Okay. Pilot the boat, collect cards, act as a consultant. Enter negotiations, beg for mercy, flee to Tokyo. Use vision ability, do housework, consult with husband. You can really tell which ones are the ones you don't need. Use curse, use shagan, use feast of shadows. Enter negotiations, use curse, write a manuscript. but he doesn't have a curse stone anymore. Call on Guardian Spirit. Use Shikigami. Perform dowsing. Go diving, crack a joke, do laundry. Well, I can tell who's got the skills and who doesn't. This is interesting too, because like, this is actually requiring us to really think. And in the previous game, I mean, I guess, I was gonna say only the true ending made us really think, but I guess even the second last ending, I guess we had to solve that big puzzle. So that's probably what this is equivalent to. That big puzzle when you had to find out all the 7 mysteries. Curses, okay. Shagan, see the face of a deceased person. That's not useful. Feast of Shadows, the ability to create a domain in which the potency and range of certain types of spiritual abilities are increased. Only effective at night. Soto himself is able to create a domain up to 1 kilometer in range. The ability to create a domain in which the potency and range of certain types of spiritual abilities are increased. Guardian Spirit, the ability to call upon the numerous guardian spirits of the Lunalight family and invoke their powers to exercise spirits and negate certain psychic abilities. The curse isn't a psychic ability, right? So, or it's not considered one. So I don't think I could stop it with the Guardian Spirit. Shikigami, the ability to turn a piece of paper with an individual's name written on it into a butterfly, which will return to the individual in question. Although she does not have to be one who wrote the name, it must be Circe who casts the spell on the paper. Like, that would be useful for long-range communication, but the thing is, Circe's not with us right now. She's with Yumiko. I feel like that's gonna be useful, but I just don't know how. Like, it'd be useful if I knew that there was someone else already, like, in town right now. But Soto is gonna be going back to town right after this, and then Yumiko is, like, on her way here with Arnav and Circe, so they're not in town. Who's in town right now? Probably Shotaro, but he's probably... I mean, he doesn't know what's going on, and he's also grieving his father, so that's... I feel like what I need to do is, like, the curse isn't gonna do anything, because this is very broad. Shagan's useless. But I feel like he needs to do something. Feast of Shadows is useful because it will make other people's abilities stronger, but the only other person it can augment is Circe. And Guardian Spirit, maybe I can, like, augment Guardian Spirit, but I don't think the curse is a psychic ability. Shikigami. She writes someone's name on a piece of paper and then flies it out, and then it will deliver the message. But who's she gonna message? I still feel like Shikigami's gonna be a useful thing to do, but I just don't like how vague this entire section is. Like, it's probably, you're supposed to probably trial and error it, right? But I probably get a bad ending if I pick the wrong one, right? So maybe I should do that first. Okay, let's eliminate this. Go diving is useless. Fool around is useless. Enact purification, already did that. Pilot the boat doesn't do anything. Collect cards would be useful. He went around collecting the mirrors, but Azami can't get to town right now. So, like, I feel like this would be useful if he wasn't here with us. Go diving, make calculations, use inherited. Make calculations is pretty vague, but I don't know what she would be calculating right now. So Feast of Shadows is one candidate. Vision ability doesn't help. We already know that he's immortal. Do housework and consult with husband doesn't do anything. Shotaro, nothing here is useful. Arnav, none of this is useful. We already know that Suyu's not able to do anything. So... Also, wouldn't the Feast of Shadows also augment Tomoshige? These are so vague that I don't really know what the plan here is. But I think I've kind of narrowed it down to, I'm certain Soto's gonna be doing something. He's probably gonna be the first one to do something because he's gonna leave, right? And this is the only useful thing he can do, I think. So yeah, it gives me no indication. Does it matter what order I pick them in? I mean, Cersei's gonna need to do something. I'm almost certain of it. How many people can I pick? What if it's like, it is kind of like a real-time strategy. Like, what if I just tell everyone to do something different, and then they all just scatter like Sims and start doing their thing? Like, so you just wanders off and goes and starts doing laundry. Guardian Spirit. I keep putting files. Guardian Spirit. Exercise spirits. Okay, that's not gonna be useful in this case. Negate certain psychic abilities. I don't think his thing is a psychic ability. I think psychic ability is not the same as a curse ability. At least I think this game's kind of made a distinction between that. Like, I guess if Cersei has like, what if I can get like a phone book? Because dowsing, she needs to know the person's spiritual ability, but Shikigami, she doesn't need that, right? She just needs to know their name. Like Death Note rules. Well, I guess Death Note needs your face. Oh no, although she does not need to be the one who wrote the name. It must be Cersei who casts this. Oh, wait. I just had a brain blast. Hey Salem, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. She doesn't need to be the one who writes it down. So Azami's already gone around and collected all the cards, right? So he knows all the people's names on the island. So is that act as a consultant? What does that mean? Pilot the boat's not the thing. Like, here's my idea. Azami writes down everyone's names. Soto runs it over to Cersei, who then releases the Shikigamis to everyone, and the Shikigamis will tell everyone to drop their cards. Now, the thing is, this is just assuming that everyone on the island is going to trust it and do the thing, right? But I guess if it says it's coming from Azami, but then they'll be like, what's this, like, butterfly coming at me? Why is this butterfly piece of paper telling me to do this, right? I think that's our best bet. I just don't know. Collect cards is not what I want him to do, right? Act as a consultant? Is that what I'm asking him to do? Like, this is kind of vague, but I need him to tell everyone's names, right? Like, collect cards, I don't want him to directly collect the cards. But what if the game wants me to select this one? Okay, so I know for sure I want Feast of Shadows, and I want Shikigami. Which one do I want you to do, Azami? I just don't know which one. I think act as a consultant makes more sense. Oh, what? I don't know if that's what the game wants me to do, but I know what I wanted to do. I feel like they want me to collect cards though, because otherwise if I just say act as a consultant, that's too vague. The game's gonna be like, what do you mean by that? I guess if he asks Cersei to send out the Shikigamis, he's indirectly collecting the cards. Because I think act as a consultant's too vague. Okay, I think I have my plan, I just don't know if I don't know if this is conveying it properly. Okay, here's the game plan. Go! Very well, that's 3 in total. What if I selected everyone and told everyone to do something, even if it was completely inconsequential? That's the plan. Alright, sounds like you need me on the case. If it'll help set things right, I'll do what I can. Maybe I should have gotten Tsukasa to do something. This is our last chance, let's keep it together. Like, Tsukasa feels like she doesn't have a role in the game, really. I will go apprise the people not here as well as what you need them to do. At the same time, I'll also fulfill my own role in the plan. Very well, I'll enact the plan as soon as you give me the word. If all goes well, Koma's curse should have no effect. Okay, I know what I want the game to do. I just don't know if that's the proper set of instructions. What? You selfish little brat! But very well, I'll make you regret that choice. Oh, so I guess if my plan works here, then no one will die. But then, if my plan doesn't work, then when he does his thing, people are just gonna die. Okay. So we don't get to see the plan being enacted. We just get to see the result. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. My controller's vibrating. Did we do it? Oh, no, we didn't. And so, Tomoshige's curse was unleashed. In an instant, several islanders carrying Kippei's business cards collapsed and died. I didn't see it happen, but from the sound of his voice, I knew he wasn't bluffing. No, Suyu. What have I done? I've made the wrong choice. There's no way to fight the curse. I should have just done as— Oh, this is Sato. There's no way to fight the curse. I should have just done as Tomoshige said. Even if I went to the rooftop now and told those waiting there to warn the others to destroy the business cards, Tomoshige would likely never allow me to, and even if he did. In the time it'd take them to destroy the cards, he'd just keep pressing me for an answer, all while killing more and more people. There really was no way to fight him. I started thinking that if I gave in now, maybe I could still save a few lives. Wait, no, does this just give me the number 4 ending? Before I knew it, I was saying the words out loud, telling that merciless man I'd obey, and begging him to stop, apologizing through my tears. Yeah, this is just ending 4. And so, before our time finally ran out, we sank to the bottom of Issei Bay, fading into foam upon the sea. As the curse that had sustained us for 8 centuries at last began to unravel, I felt my senses slipping away. Beside me, Tomoshige drifted in silence, his face calm, almost childlike. I stared at his smile, he slowly faded away. Yet as the darkness closed in, only an endless, burning hatred was left in me, as my consciousness faded into nothingness. Okay, it was the same ending we got at the end of the last stream. I think I have the right idea, though. I think I have the right idea. Can I skip the credits? No, I can't. Okay. Oh, there we go. Not that the credits are very long. I think I have the right idea. I just think the way the game's telling me to give the instructions is very vague. Forgive me. I won't be able to spend the next 800 years with you. Who's she talking to, anyways? Oh, is the storyteller gonna tell me? Because I feel like it'd be better instead of just being like, pick people and tell them what to do. It'd be like, okay, pick which plan you're gonna do. And like, they give you a whole bunch of plans and one of them's like, collect the cards. And it's like, okay, how are you gonna collect the cards? What are you gonna get the people to do? I think that would give me more direction than just being like, pick people and tell them what to do. It would seem things haven't quite turned out the way you hoped. Unable to stop the curse of Kippei Ikoma, or should I say Taira no Tomoshige, you allowed more victims to fall to his curse. In the end, Sato Shiranami had no choice but to perish alongside Tomoshige. Now then, what could have been done differently? It appears you chose the right people, but you also included a few unnecessary ones. That may have cost you precious time. Oh. Okay, so if I select more people than I need, then I guess Soda wastes his time? Next time it might be best to limit your choices to only those who are truly essential. At least he gives you some direction. I mean, I'm assuming that most people wouldn't get this on their first try unless they knew, from a guide. Okay, so at least he gives you a hint. And so for now, this path comes to an end. You'll be returned to the story chart. Please select a chapter to try again. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Farewell for now. So he said I selected more people than I needed. I only selected 3 people. So that makes it easy to narrow down. Right, I still need to do this one later. Okay, I think I know what to do. Okay, I don't really like the way they're doing this. It's basically set up that you need to fail once to do it. And that works for some things, but for a climactic, like, final plan, I don't think this is the right place to do it. Okay, so I picked Azami, Soto, and Cersei. Of the 3 of them, the one I wasn't sure about was Azami, because I don't think, like, these don't really completely capture what I want him to do. Maybe I don't actually need him. Maybe I could just use a phone book or something. But then again, I feel like the message coming from him would be better, but I definitely want this. And so I definitely need Cersei. I think I picked the right thing. So I think I literally only need these 2, I think. If he tells me I still picked too many people, then I'd be like, well, now what? That's why it's so selective about telling you how many people you selected. Very well, that's 2 in total. That's the plan. Alright, sounds like a plan to me. I'm sure it's gonna work out. This is our last chance, let's keep it together. Okay, Azami and Tsukasa, you just stand there and do nothing. I will now go apprise the people not here as to what you need them to do. In other words, 1 person. At the same time, I'll also fulfill my own role in the plan. Very well, I'll enact the plan as soon as you give me the word. If all goes well, Koma's curse should have no effect. It's funny if you consider that Soto would say that, even if I gave him the completely wrong instructions. Like, what if I was like, Soto, go tell Suyu to do laundry, and go tell, Arnav to start writing a manuscript. And he's like, yes, I will tell the people what they need to do, and I'm sure this will stop Ikoma. I will not question your judgment. What, you selfish little brat? But very well, I'll make you regret that choice. Let's see how long that defiance of yours holds out. Come on. Yeah, what if they showed us a montage of everyone doing all the silly tasks? Wait! Oh, we did it! Okay, but should I do this one first? I feel like I should do this one first, because... just because this one flows better from this one. Yuza comes up with a plan to prevent Kipe Ikoma's curse and entrust it to Soto Kiryu, now for the moment of truth. I like how it doesn't even tell you that you do it right, it just kind of like fades to black, and you're like, okay, so I know I did it right. So if this happens right before this one, this must be the second last ending, right? It's a little anticlimactic when they do that, you know? The way they did that was a little anticlimactic. Ha! 2 or 3 people died from that curse just now. I hope you're happy with yourself. Wait, but I thought I saved everyone. I guess 2 or 3 people's not that bad, but compared to, like, the entire island, but still. No. Tell you what, if you snivel and weep and beg my forgiveness, I'll let you off easy. Huh? Oh? Something's off. Could this mean they found a way to stop the curse? Ah! Ikoma's got a bad poker face, because even if he did... Oh. How many Shikigami did she make? Oh, what the fuck? Paper butterflies! Whoa, I still can't believe what I'm seeing. Those cards actually turned into butterflies and start flapping around. Because he could have bluffed. He could have said that he's killing everyone. She would never know. Turning a bunch of business cards into a swarm of Shikigami. Only you could think of something out there using... Wait, she turned the business cards into... Oh, because the business cards already have Ikoma's name on them. So she just needs to... Oh, that is not where I was going with this. But that doesn't make sense. Doesn't she need to touch everyone's business cards, though? How does Shikigami work? Wait. Doesn't she need to go and, like, touch the business cards to do that? Yes, they have a name on them. I guess it says that she doesn't need to... Oh, but the Feast of Shadows maybe makes her ability stronger. So she turns a piece... Oh. The ability to turn a piece of paper with an individual's name written on it into a butterfly, which will turn to the individual in question. Oh, all his business cards are going to come flying back to him. Although she does not have to be the one who wrote the name, it must be Cersei who cast a spell on the paper. Does that mean... But, you know, this is misleading because it sounds like... Like, let's say she has one of his business cards, right? I guess the one from Shotaro. She casts the magic on that card. It makes it sound like only that one card is going to come back to him. And I guess under normal circumstances, that would be the case. But I guess if I use the Feast of Shadows, it gets augmented. But I don't know how that gets augmented, so I guess they just kind of went like... oh! I guess all the ones within 1 kilometer range go back. No, she doesn't need to be familiar with his aura. She only needs to be familiar with his aura for dowsing. Shikigami, she doesn't need to be. Okay, that makes more sense than that's a better plan than what I was thinking, but I still think mine would have been inefficient. But I don't think I would have garnered that from what that is. I think the problem here is that they're a little bit too vague because they want to kind of like make you think about it, but because I don't know how the Feast of Shadows augments her skill, right? It kind of reminds me of a like Octopath, where like in the game, like you can boost, you use boost to boost any skill in the game, and from just the description of the skill, it's hard to tell what you boost, right? Like let's say I use a skill that like this skill increases an ally's attack for 3 turns, and I boost it. It might increase the percentage of the attack boost. It might increase the length of duration of the boost. It might make it so the boost affects more than one person. I don't know until I go into the game, select the skill, and then hit boost, and then I see the number change. Because I remember playing Octopath 0, there was a couple skills where I boosted them, and they did something different than what I thought. Like, for example, there was the Song of Storms. It makes it so the enemy acts last, so it's like a leg trap. And it also lowers their, I think it was their speed or defense. So I boosted it, thinking that it boosted both of them, but it only boosted the leg trap part of the spell and not the... oh no, it only boosted the evasion down part of the spell and not the leg trap part of the spell, which is the one I wanted. Well, we lucked into the right answer though, so... I figured if you could turn a piece of paper with someone's name written on it into a Shikigami, business cards would work just as well. And since Mr. Kiro was able to extend the effect to cover the entire island, I was sure it'd work, but it's still a relief to see I was right. This was a gambit though, because we weren't sure if this is how it was going to play out. It's not like Cersei was here to explain her ability. That was a great idea! Now all I have to do is track down those cards and leave the rest up to Mr. Kiro and his powers. Stop right there! Now that your curse is useless, I have no reason to hold back any longer. Taira no Tomoshige, I hereby place you under arrest. Ugh, that fucking hurts, screw you! Osato, how dare you toy with me, you fucking bitch! Sorry, thanks for the offer and all, but I'd rather you died alone. The way she says that so nonchalantly. Oh, I really like Sato now. Curse you! How could you do this to me, Osato? Why? Why? Come along quietly. I'm warning you, it'll be worse for you if you don't. Ah, fuck! Damn it! Osato! You... But then why did she need the Tamate Bako? That's what I'm wondering. And so, Ikibe Koma was arrested, and the last of the calamities threatening Kamishima was averted. What I don't like about this, though, is that Yumiko and Arnav and Cersei don't even appear in person during this entire sequence. Yes, Cersei helped off-screen, but they didn't participate in person. At least they participated somewhere. I'll talk more about this later. Both Mr. Kiro and Mr. Shiki thanked us again and again. They seemed truly grateful for everything we had done, including putting an end to the curse of the raging waves. Zami seemed pretty pleased with himself, even though he brushed it off as only natural for us islanders to defend our home. Apparently the Coast Guard is on its way to assist with the investigation into Mr. Wakamura's death. Mrs. Shiki and Mr. Kiro are planning to use the Coast Guard's boat to escort Ikoma to the mainland. Speaking of Ikoma, it seems he's accepted his fate and confessed to everything. His true identity is Taira no Tomoshige, a member of the Heiki who gained immortality 800 years ago. Tomoshige spent the past 800 years working alone in the shadows, possessed by the single desire of restoring the Heiki. His plan has remained unchanged: obtain wealth and status, gain the power of immortality, build an immortal army, and rise to power through force. He perhaps came closest to this goal during the Sengoku era, where, as Komatsu Sadamune, a vassal of the Kuki clan, he managed to invade Taishima, an island said to be the dwelling place of mermaids, but this attempt ultimately ended in failure. Refusing to give up, he continued to devise various schemes after that in pursuit of his goal. None of them met with success. As the modern age approached, his accumulated resentment eventually grew so strong that he gained the ability to wield it as a curse. Since attaining this power, he has sought out young men with no family of a similar age to him, and used to kill them without leaving any evidence before going on to assume their identity. He disposed of all their bodies at a point in the sea near Toba, where the events happened to stagnate, or the currents happened to stagnate, the perfect spot to ensure they would remain undiscovered. Approximately 6 years ago, he murdered a youth by the name of Kibe Ikoma and assumed his identity before approaching Yoshiatsu Yamashina in a bid to wile his way into his trust, a strategy he had used multiple times before with other influential figures. Once he gained it, he planted the idea of attaining immortality in his mind and encouraged him to begin searching for mermaids. However, a careless comment by Shinobu Wakamura revealed that Osato, a girl Tomoshige had been close to during the height of the Heiki's power, had also become an 800-year mortal and was currently living on Kamashina. Sato, maybe you should have gone with a name that didn't sound like your previous name. Tomoshige felt a sudden intense longing for that long-lost time, and in that instant his ambitions seemed to lose all meaning. Nearing the end of his life and beginning to feel a growing sense of futility at his failure to fulfill his goals, he perhaps wished that someone who knew him would recognize his solitary struggle and show appreciation for his efforts. Feeling that this chance at reunion must be fate, he became singularly fixated on the idea of finding Osato and reaching the end of his life together with her. To that end, he conferred his curse stone to Kikuko Tsutsui, who he had stationed on Kamashina to monitor the sacred sanctuary, and tried to threaten Osato into giving herself up. However, when he lost contact with Kikuko, he realized his plan had failed, and, with the end of his lifespan drawing near, decided to head to Kamashina himself. Fortunately, he had secretly been supporting those who sought to lift the curse of the raging waves, and the culmination of their efforts saw the curse broken at last. However, at the time of its dispelling, Tomoshige found himself confined to a cell at the Yamashina estate. Yoshiatsu, whose patience with him had worn thin due to an increasing selfishness of his actions, including his abandonment of his search for mermaids and the Tamatabako, had decided to punish him for his insubordination. This would prove insufficient to stop Tomoshige. Sensing that the curse had been broken and desperate to reach Kamashina, he used his curse to kill Yoshiatsu without hesitation, having placed a symbol it used as a target throughout the mansion in advance. So, like, this entire part is something that happened off screen that none of our characters ever find out, because it's important to the flow of events, but it's not important to know to understand what happens. They do that quite a lot in this game. Upon reaching Kamashina, he headed straight for the Wakamura residence, making sure to hand out his business card to any islanders he encountered on the way. After handing his business card to Shinobu with a pleasant smile, he pressed himself to hand over Osato without delay, before using his curse to kill him on the spot upon his refusal. Feeling the end of his lifespan fast approaching, only one thing mattered to Tomoshige now: finding Osato and fulfilling his desire to die together with her. While he didn't actually name any names, Kikuko, who was under house arrest after plotting to use her curse to commit murder, is going to be escorted off the island with him. Before Mrs. Shiki and her assistant departed, they summoned me for a private word. Huh? You want me to join the Paranormal Affairs Bureau? That's what I said that would be a good idea. Like, that probably seems like the best course of action. Especially after everything he's done. He's competent. It was Soto's suggestion, actually. He's quite impressed with everything you achieved. And I'm all for it. It would make it easier for you to keep your immortality a secret. Maybe even put it to good use. Wait, are you saying you'll send me into dangerous situations just because I can't die? You know, I actually hadn't thought of that, but it's not a bad idea. I think not, ma'am. That would make it impossible to keep his identity a secret. I know. I was just kidding. A shame, though. I heard that. Even so, Yuza, this would require rigorous training to help you harness and control your psychic abilities. The offer only stands if you're prepared to put yourself through that, and it won't be easy. Still, seeing as you're under our surveillance, you'll be able to go about your life with a little more freedom. Yeah, that sounds like a great deal. He gets a job, and he doesn't have to worry about trying to hide his immortality from the people he's working from. He's gonna be traveling around. Seems to me that's not a bad deal for someone in your position, all things considered. So, what do you say? What happens if I refuse? Will you arrest me? Well, we do have you to thank for wrapping up our investigations here. So if you'd prefer a quiet life on Kamishima, would turn a blind eye and leave you be. But just so we're clear, at the first sign of you being on the move, we'll be on our way over here to take you away. See, that just sounds miserable, because like not only does he have to live out the rest of his life here in secret on the island, but he can't leave the island. He can't even like be a vagrant and travel around. He's just gonna be stuck on the same island for 800 years. That's gonna suck. Okay, I understand. In that case, I'm going to need some time to think this over. Would that be alright? Really? I thought it'd be an easy decision. But I suppose there's plenty of time. Just contact me when you've made up your mind. Oh, before I forget, there's something else I've been meaning to ask you. Yes? The funny thing is, I wasn't planning on coming to Kamishima at all today. Then out of nowhere, I changed my mind. It's the same as how with Arnab I told him to go to the jetty. That wasn't your doing, was it? Huh? What do you mean? See, I keep getting the feeling I was being watched, or even manipulated. Especially this morning when I changed plans and set out for Kamishima. It didn't feel like my decision somehow. It was almost as if someone was guiding us here. Oh, actually, I felt something similar to that as well. I thought it was the Tomokazuki doing it, since it only started happening after that encounter. But why would you think it was me? I don't know. Something about it reminded me of you, like it was close to you or something. See, I think between my identity as a player, it's one of two things. I'm either Soto's ancestor, or I'm Yuza from the other timeline. And if she says that it reminds him of him, then that means I am Yuza from the other timeline. I'm the head that got chopped off. Close to me. Anyway, it seems I was wrong. Well, I'm not sure what else it could be unless I'm possessed by a spirit or something. Although I'm gonna need to hear the game's explanation on this, because I can understand why if I'm Yuza's consciousness from another timeline, why I'd be able to influence his thoughts, but how am I able to read all the other timelines and also influence Yumiko? That doesn't make sense. That is out of the question. If either of you were possessed, I'd be the first to know. Given that even I cannot perceive the origin of this sensation, it must be something truly extraordinary. The thing is, I also get the feeling that the mysterious Watcher to thank for everything turning out the way it did. Right? That's how it seemed to me too. But whatever it was, I can't sense it anymore. So I suppose there's no use worrying over it now the situation's been resolved. True. And that's where we left it. Then. Oh, there's more. How's Shotaro doing? His dad still died. We bumped into Shotaro, who seemed to be on the verge of a mental breakdown after hearing about his father's death. He had already heard about the arrest of the culprit, a man named Ikoma. However, it quickly became apparent it wasn't grief that was weighing on him so heavily. Wait, does he want revenge? Shotaro, I don't even know what to say. I'm so sorry. Please let us know if there's anything we could do to help you through this, okay? Help me through this? What, do you think I'm sad or something? Spare me your inane comments! Wait, what is wrong with you? I didn't mean to upset you. Shotaro, can you calm down? It's not like you to shout like that. Something's wrong here. Huh, as if you plebeians could understand my troubles. But since you're here, Sato, pack your belongings and get out. Won't have you in the house any longer. Wait, what? You're immortal, aren't you? You're not even human. It's disgusting. Not only that, but you trampled over what feelings I had for you. I have no obligation to care for you. You're a plague upon this land. I hope I never see your face again. What is wrong with him? I don't think this is his true feelings. Like, I don't think he was hiding his true personality all along, was he? No, this feels like something happened, like he's being possessed or something. What's going on? Then I guess there's nothing left to say. What gives, Shotaro? Why are you being so horrible all of a sudden? Yeah, Shotaro, you're being a real jerk. Did you have to go that far? Oh, shut it. I can't afford to be nice anymore. Not that I expect you to understand that. So, has he just been acting this whole time? He has never been nice? Is that what we're trying to get out of this? You have no idea what it means to inherit my old man's legacy. Pretty sure it means you're lucky. He was loaded, wasn't he? Ha, shows what you know. Let me tell you something about my old man. He was good at what he did, but reckless. He racked up heavy debts, walking a fine line between huge payouts and total ruin. All his successes were a combination of killer luck and sheer cunning, making shoes almost impossible to fill. Not only that, but he had his fingers in a lot of shady pies, from loan sharking to land speculating, and that kept him just the side of law. Whoa, really? Taking over him means shouldering all those risks myself. If I can't cut it, it's a one-way street to bankruptcy. That's what the old man saddled me with. It's all up to me now, and there's no way out. Shotaro. So he's just having a mental breakdown is what's happening. Isn't turning the inheritance down an option? Are you out of your mind? If I did that, I have nothing left. And after the upbringing I've had, I couldn't handle being poor. Damn it all, what am I to do? Wow, Shotaro, you're actually an awful person. I mean, I know you're going through a lot, don't get me wrong. I know that this is probably like a combination of his true personality and his circumstances. He's probably not always an awful person, but like, damn. Hey, Shotaro. If it helps, I sort of get how you feel. Huh, you? What can impoverished nobody like you possibly understand? Well, you see, I'm kind of in the same boat. What are you saying? Oh, you're talking about that thing you found out about today, huh? Yeah, I guess Shotaro's the only one I haven't told yet, so it turns out... Tsukasa repeated her story, which we'd heard earlier that day. When the Coast Guard arrived to investigate Mr. Wakamura's death, a detective from the prefectural police accompanied them and requested a meeting with Tsukasa. The officer announced that the tycoon Yoshiatsu Yamashina, alias Unkaku Dono, had passed away, and his will had just been unsealed. It stated as follows: I, Yoshiatsu Yamashina, hereby bequeath all my assets to Tsukasa Iwao of Kamishima. Why did he choose her, though? I know he said he found a worthy successor, but he only met her a couple of times, so did he just see something interesting in her? Royal Knight, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for following me and being a froggy friend. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well today. An official notice would be sent to her at a later date, but the officer had thought it best to give Tsukasa a chance to prepare herself ahead of time. As soon as she heard the news, Tsukasa's mother let out a whoop and raised her arms in a victory pose. She made quite a spectacle, jumping over joy, shouting things like, "Take that!" and "Jackpot!" and "I knew he'd pay off sooner or later." Shocked and confused at this previously unseen side of her mother, Tsukasa had bolted from the house without a backwards glance. What, you mean to tell me you're gonna inherit Yamashina's estate? All of it? It's a mystery to me as well. He was like really famous, right? I can't wrap my head around it. What was he thinking leaving it all to me? It's too much. His total assets did add up something like 5 billion yen. At least that's what I was told. I can't even imagine it. You don't say. Oh, now you're interested in Tsukasa, huh, aren't you, Shotaro? Damn, this guy's actually really awful. Damn it. No one's given me the chance to turn it down, but I don't know how to handle this. Still, he tried to kidnap Sato, and who knows what other shady stuff he was up to. I can't help feeling I should take responsibility. Tsukasa, are you seriously gonna accept? I guess so. I feel so lost, but I mean, if Shotaro's in the same boat... Well, it's a big deal. You'll become a millionaire overnight. You'll be like a celebrity. You want time for us little people anymore, huh? Huh? I don't want that. If I can't hang out with you guys, I'm turning it down. No, Tsukasa. The inheritance is yours, as it should be. There's nothing to fear. I'll help you. You mean it? I'd be super grateful, but... Of course. I've always known you were a clever girl. You have no trouble handling Yamashina's estate. Tsukasa, I know you had a crush on him, but don't fall for his honeyed words now. I mean, I get it. He's your friend. You want to help him out, but... You just heard what he just said to everyone. In fact, why don't we be partners? You can be my girl, my fiancée. Tsukasa, you better turn him down. You better turn him down, girl. Huh? Oh boy. What the hell, man? You can't just pop the question out of nowhere like that. Nkaku Dono was one of my old man's backers. I'm sure it'd be easier to manage our estates if we combined our wealth. Oh, but I... Come now, there's no need to be coy. I know you're fond of me, Tsukasa. Huh? How'd you know? What? You wooed me. How could I miss the heat of your gaze? I'm not so unfeeling as you suppose. Besides, the feeling's mutual. You've grown into an attractive young woman. Don't you think I haven't noticed? You have? I mean, oh, this is too much. Tsukasa! This is our chance, don't you think? We've known each other for so long. There could be no doubt we've a match made in heaven. You know, you would think the climax of this game would be, you know, catching the guy who's, you know, threatening to murder everyone on the island and kidnap Sato and has been the one pulling the strings and the mastermind behind it all. Turns out the real bad guy at the end after was just a spoiled child. Like, the pacing of this game is just so weird is what I'm trying to say. Like, we're already past the climax. Oh gosh, what should I do? I don't know anymore, my mind's gone blank. It's just too much, I need some time to think. Tsukasa's crying is always so unintentionally funny, the way they write it and the way they draw it. Tsukasa, wait up! Huh, even your blush is adorable. I'll be waiting. Don't disappoint me now. That's enough, Shotaro. You've taken this way too far. Oh? Yeah, Zami, just fist fight him right now, right here, right now. Just fist fight the guy. You can take him. You have any idea how much Tsukasa cares for you? Her feelings for you are real. I understand her feelings perfectly. Better yet, I reciprocate them. Don't tell me you have an objection. You bet I do. You're just using her. Anyone can see that. The timing's way too convenient. If you go through with this, you'll just end up hurting her, you heartless jerk. Not only are manners lacking, but your wits as well. You're mistaken. My feelings for her are genuine. You liar! You look like you're drowning until you found out about her inheritance. Yeah, you called her a plebeian and a peasant. There's no way someone as selfish as you can make Tsukasa happy. I suggest you drop this. Frankly, it does not concern you. Zami. Must I spell it out for you? This is between Tsukasa and myself. Keep your nose out of it. God damn it. Come on, Azami, just punch him. just give him a good smack. Well, now that we understand each other, I'll take my leave. He's got that really evil expression now. And off he went. Tsukasa, you better turn him down, girl. But there was more to come. What else is there to come? Wait, there's more? Oh, I forgot. I still have to do this. I completely forgot that the game gave us a choice. I was just so caught up in what just happened. Okay, back to serious time, I guess. Out of nowhere, Abby and Cersei, with whom I'd barely spoken to in this future, came to talk to us. Hey, aren't you the kids who dealt with the curse that was hanging over the island? When I learned of your heroic deeds from Yumiko, I simply had to make your acquaintance. Nice to meet you. I've actually heard about you as well. Oh, you hear that, Cersei? Our reputations precede us. I wouldn't go that far. We just stand out too much. Oh no, I've only heard good things, I promise. You're Arnav, right? The fantasy author who's come to Japan looking for adventure? What's that? Did I hear you say the bachelor fantasy author whose novels don't sell and who had to empty his savings just to come to visit Japan? Humbug, I say! Stick a socket and mind your own beeswax. I like how Yuza knew exactly what he was gonna say and said the same thing. You know what? Even though I feel like, I guess, like, when Yuza met him at the very beginning of the game, he said this line like 3 times, so it was kind of his catchphrase, but then he didn't say it at all during the middle of the game. But I guess for Yuza, that's the only thing he knows about him. Now that's just creepy! How'd you know my catchphrase? I assure you that was the first time I've uttered those words on Japanese soil! Whoops, I mean, I guess it just came to me. It would appear you have a mysterious secret up your sleeve, Yuza. Who, me? No, But setting that aside for the moment, there's something I'd like to ask you. This afternoon I was struck by the sudden desire to visit this jetty. Might you have had something to do with that? Huh? You too? You mean I'm not the first? Yeah, someone else asked me that as well, but I swear I haven't done anything. I see. Another question. I hear the request to put Cersei's Shikigami ability to use came from you. Mind telling me how you knew about that? Well, I guess you could say the Tomokazuki is responsible for both those things. The Tomokazuki? I see, so you encountered a Tomokazuki bearing the memories of a different future. And you believe that the same being or creature, what have you, has secretly been guiding all of us ever since. Huh? I've never heard of anything like that. That would explain how you knew about Cersei's Shikigami. If your theory is correct, I suppose we should all be grateful to this Tomokazuki for bringing about such a peaceful conclusion, but... On the other hand, I nearly died because of this. Really? So what? Last I checked, you're still kicking. Yes, well, one can't help feel a little used to, or feeling a little used, as it were. Though I suppose I ought to be thankful for my life nonetheless. Besides, it would take a lot more than this to upset me. I've made it through all manner of do-or-die moments and deadly situations before now. Wow, you must be pretty tough. I'll never get my hands on that treasure now. Still, I suppose I did get quite an adventure in exchange, so fair is fair. Well then, good luck to you, Yuza. Oh, thanks? All this cursed business has tuckered us out, so we'll be spending the night here on Kamishima and setting sail for home on the morrow. I'm glad I had the chance to speak with you before we left. You have my gratitude. Take care now. And off they went. After that... Later, Tsukasa called us all together, saying she needed to talk to us tonight. We decided to meet up here. The police investigation was in full swing in the town center and around the Wakamura residence, but out in the bay, everything was quiet. You okay now, Tsukasa? Kinda. Some lawyer wants me to go meet him the day after tomorrow. But I'm not even sure what I want to do yet, and honestly, I'm still in shock over what happened earlier. Tsukasa, don't rush this, okay? You should make a big decision like this so you feel ready. This is about your future, no one else's. You gotta think it over carefully and do what's best for you. Azami. You're right. Thanks for worrying about me. I didn't call you guys out here to talk about that. Sato, there's something I've gotta know. Oh, okay. What is it? See, I overheard a bit of what went down with Okoma when I was up on the roof earlier. You've been alive for 800 years, right? It sounds like your lifespan must be coming to an end pretty soon. Was that for real? Sorry. I didn't know how to tell you. So it's true. Yeah, I don't remember anything from that far back, but I've always known how long I had left. Seriously? Then how long? I think tomorrow might be my last day. Tomorrow? Yeah. Tomorrow night. This body of mine will fade away like a spray of sea foam. Why don't you say something? There's so little time left. Isn't there anything we could do to delay it? Come on, please tell me there's some way to change this. Oh, it's just like the beginning of the game. There's a grayed out option here that I don't have access to. That means that this is the path to the next ending after this. Hey Luke, welcome in. I wish I could say otherwise, but there's nothing we could do. No, I don't want to say goodbye. Please don't leave us, Sato. Again, her crying face is just so comical, unintentionally. Sato, Tsukasa. Please, there's no need for tears, Tsukasa. The truth is, I'm content with this. You are? I am. 400 years ago, I became a sacrifice to protect everyone from the curse. And now, not only is the curse of the raging waves broken, But so many other problems have been resolved as well. Like with the mermaids and Tomoshige. After all this time, everything is finally settled. Kamishina is finally safe. It's a happy ending. Thanks to you guys, I fulfilled the purpose of this long life I was cursed with. It actually meant something, and for that, I can't thank you enough. Stop it, Sato, that's not true. Huh? All this is just stuff you got mixed up in. You never asked for any of this. Yeah, she had a pretty miserable life. I feel really bad for her. Still say you fulfilled your purpose. This isn't a happy ending at all. You shouldn't have to go through any of those things. None of it was your responsibility. Sato, from the moment you were made an 800-year mortal, you've just been used. She's right, Sato. You deserve a way better life than that. If all you've done is get dragged into Tomoshige's schemes time and time again, that's just too sad. Look, be honest with yourself. Are you really content? What about your happiness, Sato? My happiness. After being forced to live for centuries, this can't be how you wanted things to end. You haven't had a chance to do anything for yourself. If you don't get to live happily, at least for a little while after all you've been through, it'd be so unfair. I couldn't stand it. Thanks, Tsukasa. You're the best friend I could ask for. But when I said I was content, I meant it. I really am. I was never supposed to live in this modern age. When I gave my life to end the curse, I thought that would be it. But I wasn't. I got to experience a time unlike anything I've ever known. I met so many people. Every day has been a whirlwind of activity. Above all else, I've made some really good friends who care for me so much they even cry for me. I've had so much fun these past few months. I can't even begin to describe it. It's a miracle. I've been happier than I ever thought possible. So, I have no regrets. Seriously. Sato. I'm so sorry. I feel so powerless. I just wish I could do something for you. Me too. I'm sorry, Sato. If only I'd known. I've been so wrapped up in my own problems. Oh. You know, I've always been the one left behind. I've never had anyone grieve for me. Turns out, it's a pretty nice feeling. Being the center of attention suits me just fine. Don't hold back now. Geez, Sato, only you could say something like that at a time like this. Sato, Yes? I'm so sorry. Seriously, I feel so bad. I wish I could've... Yuza. Oh, I didn't know you're such a crybaby, Yuza. Come on, can't you be your usual goofy self? I could really use a laugh. You guys feel that bad, huh? Then I guess you'll just have to make it up to me. For starters, you better keep our promise to hang out tomorrow. And I expect you to enjoy every last second to the fullest. Do that, and I guess I'll forgive you. Oh, that's what leads to their memories of summer. So it wasn't a flashback from a year ago. It's they do it now, and then a year from now they remember. They look back and remember it, I think. Sato. You're leaving this island tomorrow anyway, right, Tsukasa? Yeah, probably. Then no more tears. If we could have just one more day of fun, spend one more day together like we always have, nothing would make me happier. Sounds to me like you're letting us off easy. So you think, but I'm counting on you to help me overwrite all those bad memories with a bunch of happy ones. It'll be a busy day. Sato. Right, then that's what we'll have to do. Yeah, you can count on us. Dozens of happy memories coming right up. Hey Yuza, quit moping already. That was your cue. If there ever was a time for one of your oddball jokes, it's right now. I know. That night we stayed out in the bay, talking and swapping stories until the sun came up. There was a rule. We had to answer any questions Sato asked us honestly without hiding anything. Which meant that gasps and chuckles inevitably followed with each new reveal. We chatted for hours, without once running out of things to share. We talked about the past, the future, our dreams, everything in our hearts. And throughout it all, Sato couldn't stop smiling. As for me, I was determined to etch every detail of Sato Shiranami into my memory, every word and gesture, every expression on her face. And then, the night after our meeting, Sato took a boat and went out into the bay alone, saying that she didn't want any of us to see her disappear. That was the last we saw of her, before she abandoned her transient form to the gentle waves and left this world behind for good. However, before she departed, she told us her final wish. I vowed to carry it in my heart throughout the centuries that lay ahead, as my own personal curse, impossible to dispel. It was a simple wish, in Sato's own words. Remember me until your last breath. Ending 5, Sato Shiranami's Curse. So we don't find out what happens with Shotaro either, or Tsukasa. You've done well to make it this far. I applaud your efforts. Here ends the tale that has been painstakingly woven over the past 800 years on Kamishima of Issei Bay. Thanks to you, peace has descended upon the island once more. For that, you have my sincerest gratitude. While a few sacrifices may have been made along the way, we must content ourselves with the fact that they were within permissible limits. Now, while our story does end here, if its conclusion does not sit quite right with you, you may wish to explore possibilities that would result in a different outcome. On the other hand, I could simply tell you what the missing pieces are if you prefer. Actually, you know what? I'll take a hint. I don't want you to tell me what it is, but a hint would be nice. I feel like if I just look around myself, I'm gonna waste a bunch of time. Very well then, listen closely. Although I don't really like the idea of the storyteller just giving us a hint. I feel like the hint should be embedded within the story itself. Unless, I guess he's gonna tell us and I can judge whether it actually was or not. Maybe I just missed it, but I feel like, I mean, this is what I think. Okay, so Sato has a Tamatabako, right? So we need to find a way to put mermaid flesh into it if I want her to live an extra 800 years, to not die. But there's no way to get mermaid flesh now, except for the mermaid scale. But I think you need to put the mermaid flesh inside the box when they're still inside Ryugu. That's what Yumiko said. If you take the mermaid flesh off, it decays, and then you put it on in the box, it won't work. Plus, it's a scale. I don't know if that counts as flesh. She did say that a piece of the tail would work, or even just a small piece. But I don't think it's as easy as just having Sato take the scale, put it in the box, and then eat it. I don't think it's going to be that simple, but I definitely think that has something to do with it. Hey Burr, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Very well then, listen closely. Before anything else, you should proceed through all of Sato Shiranami's past recollection chapters that you have yet to view. The information you require can be found among them. That is all I have to share with you at present. Well, that wasn't helpful, because I was going to do that anyway. He probably has more hints for us later, but I shall take my leave of you now. Until next we meet. I was planning to go through that anyway, so that... I have a little bit to say about that ending 5, but I guess I'll save it until we get ending 6. But I will say this, in the previous game, ending 5 was still a pretty bad ending. So that's why we felt like we needed ending 6. But in this game, ending 5, like, it was bad because Sato died. But like, all things considered, we still resolved everything. So it doesn't feel as bad. The ending 5 in this game is not as bad as the ending 5 in the previous game. And in fact, if you just left the game off here, with like a tearful farewell to Sato after they party, like, to me, that would still be satisfying. If it weren't for the fact they kept hinting that there's a way you can prevent it. But if they just left it like that, and this was like, let's say we didn't know about Paranormasight 1, then it could be very much like the next ending, number 6, is secret, because unless you knew that you could do it, but because they keep hinting at the existence of it, it's not really much of a secret. I feel like that would have been the play to make it a bit more interesting, though.